Based on in previous class we discussed about language translators. Okay, types of system software. In that, first is the operating system. This also discussed. Second is the language translator. This also discussed in previous class. Now third and last is the utilities. What are the language translators? The mainly three types of language translators are there. Which are those? Assembler, compiler, interpreter. What do you mean by assembler? Assembler is used to translate assembly level language into machine level language. Compiler compiles the program, it will translate the source code to object code, means high level language into machine level language. What do you mean interpreter? Interpreter will execute the high level language and immediately it will execute. This is the interpreter. The third is the utilities. Utilities is also a system software. Utilities is also a system software. Utilities are those helpful programs that assist the computer by performing useful functions. Means utilities are the software that are helpful for the computers for functioning the programs properly. Means we are operating the system properly. These are the softwares. These are called utility softwares that are used in a computer for smooth functioning of a computer operating system. For smooth functioning of the operating system. So see, which are those utilities for this defragmentation, backup utilities, antivirus software. This defragmentation is what? Using that software, it will reallocate the memories which are not in use. Okay, some files which are not in use, they will use the spaces. So using this defragmentation, that will be reduced. This will make the free space. The next is backup software. What is backup software? Using backup software, you can take the important files for backup, means for future purposes. Using backup files, you can use that one for future purposes. Next is the antivirus. Antivirus is also utility software. What is antivirus? Antivirus is one software that will remove the viruses from your computer. If your computer is hacked by the viruses, it will not smooth functioning. It will disturb us. So that will remove using utilities. ಈಗ ಯುಟಿಲಿಟಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಪ್ಪ? ಯಾಕೆ ಯುಟಿಲಿಟಿ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೇವೆ? ಯುಟಿಲಿಟಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಆಪರೇಟಿಂಗ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಸಾಫ್ಟ್ವೇರ್ಸ್ ಅಂತೇವೆ. ಯುಟಿಲಿಟೀಸ್ ಸಾಫ್ಟ್ವೇರ್ಸ್ ನೀವು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದ್ರಿಂದ ನಮ್ಮ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ ಆಪರೇಟಿಂಗ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಸ್ಮೂತ್ ಆಗಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಹೇಗೆ ಸ್ಮೂತ್ ಆಗಿ ಆಗುತ್ತಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಸಪೋಸ್ ಈ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ವೈರಸ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ಗೆ ವರ್ಕ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ನಾವು ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? ವೈರಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ತೆಗಿಬೇಕು. ವೈರಸ್ ತೆಗಿಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? ಆಂಟಿವೈರಸ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಆಂಟಿವೈರಸ್ ಇಸ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ವಾಟ್? ಯುಟಿಲಿಟಿ ಸಾಫ್ಟ್ವೇರ್. ಆಂಟಿವೈರಸ್ ಇಸ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ವಾಟ್? ಯುಟಿಲಿಟಿ ಸಾಫ್ಟ್ವೇರ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಡಿಸ್ ಡಿಫ್ರಾಗ್ಮೆಂಟೇಷನ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಟೈಮ್ ಟೆಂಪರರಿ ಫೈಲ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತೇವೆ. ಆ ಫೈಲ್ಸ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಮೆಮರಿಯನ್ನು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರ್ತವೆ. ಅವನು ಫೈಲ್ಸ್ ಯೂಸೇ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಆದ್ರೂ ಮೆಮರಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರ್ತವೆ. ಯಾವ ಮೆಮರಿ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರ್ತವೆ ಅನ್ನೋ ಮೆಮರಿ ಸ್ಪೇಸ್ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ನಾವು ಏನಾದ್ರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಡೇಟಾ ಮುಗಿತಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸ್ಪೇಸ್ ಇರಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಅವಾಗ ಡಿಸ್ಕ್ ಡಿಫ್ರಾಗ್ಮೆಂಟೇಷನ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನ್ ಟೆಂಪರರಿ ಫೈಲ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತವೆ, ಅನ್ವಾಂಟೆಡ್ ಫೈಲ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತವೆ, ಎಲ್ಲಾನ ರಿಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಅದು. ಸೊ ನಮಗೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಮೆಮರಿ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಇದು ಬ್ಯಾಕಪ್ ಸಾಫ್ಟ್ವೇರ್. ಬ್ಯಾಕಪ್ ಸಾಫ್ಟ್ವೇರ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ನಮ್ಮ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಫೈಲ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತವೆ. ಆ ಫೈಲ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ನಮ್ಮ ಫ್ಯೂಚರ್ ಪರ್ಪಸ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಹಾಗೆ ಆ ಸಾಫ್ಟ್ವೇರ್ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ಆ ಫೈಲ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ನೀವು ಸೇಫ್ ಆಗಿ ಇಟ್ಕೋಬಹುದು. ದಟ್ ಫೈಲ್ಸ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸೇವ್ safely. So these are called as the utilities, and utilities are also one a system software. Utilities also a one system software. Understand? So these are the three types of system software. The question may be asked you, which are the system softwares? These three are the system softwares: operating system, language translator, utilities. New questions ಕೇಳಬಹುದು, 2 marks or 3 marks ಕೇಳಬಹುದು. Explain system softwares. In that time you have to explain all these three. You have to explain all these three. Understood? So these are what types of system software. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ types of system software ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. So now move to the next point. Next is linkers and loaders. First we can see what do you mean by linker. What do you mean by linker? Linker is also a system software which links the modules or programs segment together so that they can be executed properly with proper reference. What happen? When we are writing the programs in high level language, in that what happen? We are making the so many segments or so many models. We are going to make the so many models or so many segments. But when you are executing the program, we have to link all the models. We have to link all the segments. You are not able to execute single models. While writing the program in a high level language, we are going to make the models or segments. But when we have to execute the program, in that case, we have to link all the models, link all the segments. So in that time, we need a linkers. Means using the linkers, we can link all the models and execute it properly. Execute this one properly or smoothly. That is called as a linker. The question will be asked, what do you mean by linker? Linker is a system software that links the models or segments to proper execution of a program. Over. ಈ ಲಿಂಕರ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಯಾವಾಗ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಹೈ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೀತೇವೆ, ಹೈ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಬರೆಯುವಾಗ ನಾವು ಸಣ್ಣ ಮಾಡಲ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಬರಿತೇವೆ. ಅದು ಸಣ್ಣ ಮಾಡಲ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ತಯಾರು ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ. ಒಂದೇ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಇತ್ತಪ್ಪ ಲೆಂದಿ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಆ ಲೆಂದಿ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ಸ್ ಬರೀ ನಾವು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಆ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಪಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ. ಆ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಸಣ್ಣ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ. ಸೊ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಬಟ್ ಯಾವಾಗ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಎಕ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ, ಅವಾಗ ನಾವು ಮತ್ತೆ ಅವೆಲ್ಲ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ನ ಕೂಡಿಸ್ಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ ಅಥವಾ ಒಂದು ಲಿಂಕ್ ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಏನ್ ಲಿಂಕ್ ಕೊಡ್ತೇವೆ ಒಂದು ಮಾಡಲ್ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಮಾಡಲ್ಗೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಲಿಂಕರ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೇವೆ. ವಾಟ್ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಲಿಂಕ್ ದ ಮಾಡಲ್ಸ್, ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ as the linker. That is called as the linker. Understood? So this is what linker. Then next is the loader. Second one, loader. What do you mean by loader? Second point is loader. Loader is a system which accepts the object program produced by the compiler or assembler and prepare these programs for execution. Now what is loader? Loader is also a system software. Loader is also a system software which accepts the object program produced by the compiler or assembler and prepare it for the execution. A compiler will produce the object code, so that object will be accepted by loader and prepare it for the execution. Compilation means what? Just you are going to check the errors. Compilation means what? You are going to check the errors. If there is no error, that will compile. Compile means what? The source code to object will be created in object code. After translating into object code, loader will accept that the object code and prepares it for the execution of a program. Prepared for the execution of a program. Okay. Compiler is not going to execute. Compiler check the only errors. If your program is error free, then compile the program and translate source code to object code. When your program created as object code, loader will be accept that one. Loader will be accept that object code and prepare that code for execution of a program. ಈ ಲೋಡರ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ನೀವು ಕಂಪೈಲರ್ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸೋರ್ಸ್ ಕೋಡ್ ಇಂದ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಕೋಡ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾವಾಗ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಕೋಡ್ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಕೋಡ್ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಆದ ನಂತರ ಇದು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಕೋಡ್ ತಗೊಳುತ್ತೆ. ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಕೋಡ್ ಅನ್ನು ತಗೊಂಡು ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಎಕ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಅದು ಪ್ರಿಪರೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ. ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಲೋಡರ್ ವಿಲ್ accept the object code and prepares for the execution of the program. Right? It is called as the loader. That is called as the loader. Okay. Once again I will tell you, loader means what? It is also system software. It will accept the object code from compiler or assembler and prepare it for execution of a program. Oh, this is called the loader. The question may be asked you, what is loader and linker? For 2 marks. 2 marks उसके क्वेश्चंस के होंगे. लिंकर अंद्रेनो ಅಥವಾ ಲೋಡರ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ then ask combined question. What is loader and linker for 2 marks? You have tried separate definitions for linker as well as for loader. Linker ಮತ್ತು loader ಗೋಸ್ಕರ ನೀವು separate ಆಗಿ definition ಬರೀಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ. You have tried a separate definition for linker as well as for loaders. Got it? So this is about what loader and linker, and this loader and linker is also called as a system software. ಇವತ್ತು system software ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. Okay, these two are also called as a system software. Now move to the next point, functions of operating system. In this chapter we are having purely theory only. We are having purely theory only. Nothing is there. This purely theory ne ಇದೆ. So ನೀವು ಊರಿನ ತಿಳಿಯುತ್ತೆ ಅದರ ಮೇಲೆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇನೆ. You see which are the functions of operating system. We are having the various functions. In the first is the memory management. First function is the memory management. Memory management is the first function of operating system. So what it includes? What do you mean by memory management? Memory allocation, free memory, reallocated memory, and keep track of memory usage. So what it contains? Memory management ಏನು ಬರ್ತಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ memory ಅನ್ನು allocate ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. We have to allocate the memory. Then we can free memory. When that is not needed, we use the file. That file is not needed. We have to free up that space. Again it required. Again you have to reallocate the memory. And also keep track of memory usage. How many memories used? How many is remaining? Then all those things will be covered in memory management. Memory management ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವುದೋ ಫೈಲ್ ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಮೆಮೊರಿ ಸ್ಪೇಸ್ ಅವೈಲೇಬಲ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು, ಅಲೋಕೇಶನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು. ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಮೆಮೊರಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ ಅವಾಗ ಅದನ್ನ ಡಿಲೀಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಮತ್ತೆ ಮೆಮೊರಿ ಬೇಕಾಗಿದ್ರೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಮೆಮೊರಿ ಸ್ಪೇಸ್ ಅವೈಲೇಬಲ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಮೆಮೊರಿಯನ್ನು ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಎಷ್ಟು ಮೆಮೊರಿ ಇದೆ, ಎಷ್ಟು ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಎಷ್ಟು ಫ್ರೀ ಸ್ಪೇಸ್ ಇದೆ, ಈ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮೇಂಟೆನೆನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಮೆಮೊರಿ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. Okay, a name itself implies memory management. Memory management is what? Allocation of memory, free up of memory, reallocation of memory, and keep track of memory. Okay, this is called as the memory management. It is called as the memory management. Memory management ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಬರ್ತವೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ memory allocation ಮಾಡೋದು, memory free ಮಾಡೋದು, reallocation ಮಾಡೋದು. Okay, so memory track and maintain ಮಾಡೋದು, ಎಷ್ಟು ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಎಷ್ಟು ಸ್ಪೇಸ್ ಇದೆ, ಇದಕ್ಕೆಲ್ಲಕ್ಕೂ memory management ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. Okay. So first function of operating system is memory management. Second is the process management. Process management. So what do you mean by process management? What it handles? It handle ಮಾಡ್ತದಪ್ಪ. Control the access to share the resources like memory input, output, and CPU. Control execution of the program. Create and execute the process. Cancel or resume the process. Settle the process. So process means what? It has to handle all those things, which are the resources we are using. It may be a file, it may be input device, or it may be output device that you have to maintain. And even control the execution of the applications. How many applications are going to execute? Which is the first execution? Which is the next execution? And cancel or resume the process. Suppose 4 applications are going on. In that, if anyone cancel one application, that you have to cancel it. If you want to resume it, I have to resume it. Means that operating system concludes in the process management. Process management ಏನು ಬರ್ತಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವುದೋ ಫೈಲ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಯಾವುದೋ ಇನ್ಪುಟ್ ಡಿವೈಸ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಯಾವುದೋ ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ಡಿವೈಸ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಯಾವ ಥರ ಪ್ರೊಸೆಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅದೆಲ್ಲನ ಇದು ಮೈಂಟೈನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾವ ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ಸ್ ರನ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾವೆ, ಯಾವ ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸಲ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗಿದೆ, ಯಾವ ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಎಕ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗಿದೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಶೆಡ್ಯೂಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಪ್ರೊಸೆಸ್. ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಟೈಮ್ ನಾವು ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ ಶೆಡ್ಯೂಲ್ ಮಾಡಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೇವೆ, ಆ ಟೈಮ್ಗೆ ಅದು ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು. Sometimes we make the processing schedule also. In that particular time only that should be get started. So like that. That all things will be managed by the process management. All things will be managed by the and communication and deadlock handling for process. ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಟೈಮ್ communication ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ, one application to another application, one system to other system. when you are using the networking system. In that time, you have to communicate with the many other computers. So that all process will be covered in this process management. ಈ ಎಲ್ಲ process ಅನ್ನ ಈ process management ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತದೆ. This is second functions of your operating system. Then third is the file device management. Device management. What it includes? Open, close, write device drivers and communicate controls and monitor the device drivers. So in this device, what will happen? Open the device, close the device, communicate the device or device drivers and control and monitor the other devices. Then all those things covered in this device management, because we are using so many devices. In a computer, whenever we can use the new devices. So in that time, we have to open that devices. We can also close that devices. We have to communicate the other devices, control the other devices. That all those things will be covered in this device management. ಈ ಡಿವೈಸ್ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಟೈಮ್ ನಾವು ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಡಿವೈಸಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಯಾವಾಗ ನಾವು ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಡಿವೈಸ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರ್ತೇವೆ, ಆ ಡಿವೈಸ್ ಓಪನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಆ ಡಿವೈಸ್ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಆ ಡಿವೈಸ್ ಜೊತೆ ಕಮ್ಯುನಿಕೇಶನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಸ್ ಈ ಡಿವೈಸ್ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತದೆ. All those things are covered in device management. Next is the file management. Fourth one will be file management. So see, what are the contents include this file management? Create and delete the both files and directories, provide the access to the files, allocate space for files, keep backup files and secure files. Creating the files, deleting the files, providing space for the file to allocate the memory. You have to allocate the memory spaces for files. When you are going to create the files, we have to store that files in the system. When you are going to store, we need a space. This file name should be managed at all those things. And also secure that files. If file management ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಫೈಲ್ಸ್ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು, ಫೈಲ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಡಿಲೀಟ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು, ಫೈಲ್ಸ್ ಸೇವ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು ಫೈಲ್ಸ್ ಸೇವ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ಪೇಸ್ ಇರಬೇಕು, ಆ ಫೈಲ್ ಸೆಕ್ಯೂರ್ ಆಗಿ ಇಟ್ಕೋಬೇಕು, ಆ ಫೈಲ್ಸ್ ಸೇರ್ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ಮಾಡಬಾರ್ದು ಅದನ್ನು ಪರ್ಮಿಷನ್ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಈ ಫೈಲ್ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜರ್ ಬರ್ತದೆ. when you are going to give the access to the others to access this file or backupping the files, ಈ ಫೈಲ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕಪ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ backup files. So that all file management will covered in this file management. ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಈ ಫೈಲ್ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತವೆ. That all those things will be covered in a file management. Okay, creating the files or deleting the files or providing access to files. If anybody want to access these files, you have to give the access rights to them for accessing the files. Or if you don't want, you restrict the access to all this file. ಬೇರೆ ಫೈಲ್ಸ್ ಕೊಡಬಾರ್ದಾಗಿದೆ, ಅದು ರಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಹಾಕಬೇಕು. ಅದೆಲ್ಲವನ್ನ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತದೆ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ protection and security. This is also more important because when our data is safe in your computer, then only there is a useful. If it is not safe, then no one will use your systems. Okay. Operating system protect the resources of system, user authentication, file attributes like a read, write, and copy and backup the data files by using basic protection. Means for every file you have to give the basic protection. If you are not going to give protection, then anyone can access our personal data also. ನಾವು ಫೈಲಿಗೆ ಪ್ರೊಟೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಕೊಡಲಿಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ, ಸೆಕ್ಯೂರಿಟಿ ಕೊಡಲಿಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ ಅಂದರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಡೇಟಾನ ಯಾರು ಬೇಕಾದರೂ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ you all are having an Aadhaar card, so our all data will be stored in a database. Presently everyone's data is stored in the database, but that data can't access anyone without our permission. When you give the fingerprint, then only they can access our information. So our data is secure with the help of fingerprint. So that is protection and security. Means that thing is also most important. Then sixth function and last function is the user interface or command interpreter. user interface or command interpreter. Operating system provides the interface between the computer user and the computer hardware. The user interface is set up commands or graphical user interfaces via which the user interact with the applications and the hardware. So, user has to use the computer, means what we are using the hardware. So, in between user and hardware, the system gives the user interface or command interpreter. Means using that commands, using that user interfaces, you are going to use the systems. ಈಗ ನೋಡ್ರಿ ಯೂಸರ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಹಾರ್ಡ್ವೇರ್ಸ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಹಾರ್ಡ್ವೇರ್ಸ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದಪ್ಪ ನಮ್ಮ ನಡುವೆ ಮತ್ತು ಹಾರ್ಡ್ವೇರ್ ಮಧ್ಯೆ ಇಂಟರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಯೂಸರ್ ಇಂಟರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. ಅಥವಾ ಕಮಾಂಡ್ ಇಂಟರ್ಫೇಸ್, ಕೆಲವು ಕಮಾಂಡ್ಸ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ನಾವು ಆ ಹಾರ್ಡ್ವೇರ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಯುಟಿಲೈಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬಹುದು. ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ದ ಸಮ್ ಕಮಾಂಡ್ಸ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಯೂಸ್ ದಟ್ ಹಾರ್ಡ್ವೇರ್ಸ್. So these are the 6 functions of operating system. The question may be asked you, which are the functions of operating system? So these 6 functions you can explain. The question may be asked for 5 marks. The question may be asked for 5 marks. So you have tried any 5 functions. So this is about what today's class. So remaining I will continue next class.